What is an industrial complex? You've heard about these, they've been in movies, but what exactly are they? Basically, an industrial complex is a metaphorical description of any kind of large system that is comprised of many different entities that share common interests. They are usually centered around a certain type of service or industry that is paid for, at least partly, by the government. It starts off innocently enough, where the government pays directly for the initial service. Over time, peripheral services start to attach themselves to the main service, like leaches. Then these peripheral services grow big enough that they can affect how the laws are created, so they can continue to ride the gravy train. Pretty soon the laws slowly change so that these peripheral leaches become the main beneficiaries of the steady stream of government cash, almost always at the expense of the original group the primary service was set up for. What are some examples of industrial complexes? Let's look at a few. The educational industrial complex. Who benefits? Teachers' unions, textbook companies, drug dealers, teachers that otherwise couldn't find a job anywhere else, local politicians, and businesses who treat the educational system like a free farm team system. Who suffers? The students. How about the health industrial complex? Who benefits? Insurance companies, drug companies, doctors, politicians, hospital administrators. Who suffers? The patients. There are many industrial complexes, and we'll look at each one of them in detail in future videos. This is just a brief overview. It's important to keep in mind that none of these could survive on tax dollars alone. The only reason these creatures can exist is that the dollar is the reserve currency of the world and has the special bonus of being a fiat reserve currency, the first of its kind in human history. But since reserve currencies don't last forever, when the dollar dies, so will all of the industrial complexes that depend on it and all of the jobs as well. Total economic meltdown.